What's up, party people? My name's Will Johnson, and I work here at the Party Store. Today, we are going to quickly discuss our small PA. Now, before I pop this thing open and I show you all the different parts and pieces that come with it, how to set it up, how to tear it down, how to troubleshoot it, I want to quickly discuss what we would use this PA system for. Now, we would use our small PA system for anything that we need clear, portable sound that doesn't require a massive setup. Ceremonies, small gatherings of friends and family, maybe in your backyard, background music, a solo musician. These are all good examples of things that we'd use a small PA system for. So without further ado, let's pop this thing open and I can show you how to set it up. So let's go ahead and get this thing popped open. Super simple to do. There's a tab right and left of the handle here. We're just going to lift up just like this and pop the speaker off. What makes the small PA unique is that the speakers and amplifier actually come together as one unit, making it super easy to move and transport. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around to the back. The back has the small PA checklist on it. Inside of here is every cord that you need to set this up, excluding the power cord that will supply you if you need one. Now, please know that everything inside of here has been checked by our team before giving to you or before we come to set up. So, I'm going to pop this open just like this, and some cords fall out. Not a big deal. I'm going to take each cord and I'm going to show you and tell you what each one does. This cord here is our 1/8 inch jack, and it'll actually run from the amplifier to the speaker itself. We'll have two of these. One, and then our second one here. Next, I'm going to show you our aux cord, just a standard aux cord. We would use this to plug into our amplifier, into our phone. Now, please know that we are working hard to get Bluetooth for all of our PA systems. Some of them do have that capability, some of them do not. So every PA that you receive from us will have a cord. We're working hard, like I said, to try to figure that out for a solution, but for now we're still using the cord. Next thing I'm going to show you here is the amplifier power cord right here. This goes into the wall, this will go into the amplifier itself. And last but not least is our mic cord and mic. So microphone and then mic cord itself. This will go into the amplifier, into the mic. So that's all our cords that we should need. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this plugged in, and I can kind of talk about where I plugged it in and where each one goes. Now, before I show you where everything gets plugged in, I forgot to mention our speaker stands. Our speaker stands are what our speakers will sit on top of. So what you're going to do is you're going to loosen this up, and then you're going to pull this and pull down, and it will open right up just like that. I'm going to tighten this back up. Get it hand tight, doesn't need to be too tight. You're just putting a speaker on it. And then I'm going to put this on the table. What you would do is you would put it on the floor and then adjust the height to wherever you wanted the speaker to sit. So I'm just going to put this here. There's a hole on the bottom of the speaker, and that hole is going to go right like that. And if you wanted to go up and down, there's a little knob here that would allow you to do the same thing. Okay. Looking at the back of the amplifier, I'm going to show you where each cord goes into the back. Please note that this is our on and off switch. Before we plug anything in or take anything out of this, we need to make sure that this switch is turned off. If this switch is turned on and we start plugging in cords or pulling cords out as it's still on, there's a good chance that we could blow a speaker. We don't want to do that. So, starting off with our power cord, this will go into the amplifier like so. This will go into your wall outlet. Next, I'm going to take our 1/8 inch jack here. I'm going to go from the amplifier into the speaker. Please note that there is a left and right, so you want to make sure that if you're running to the right speaker, that you run that cord correctly. Then I'm going to run my left speaker. And there you have it. Back's all ready to go. Next, I'm going to flip this around, and I'll show you where the cords go in and on the front. Okay, now taking a look at the front of the amplifier, I want to quickly talk about all these different channels we have here. We have 6 channels on this amplifier. Each channel has its own volume, treble, bass, or reverb. Down below, you'll see mic and line. These will actually mute your mics if you have a mic plugged into this line. Over here, you'll see 2 jack inputs that you could use to plug in instruments or anything else that might accept that. Once again, it's got its own volume, treble, bass, and reverb. Up top here, you'll see a master volume. This will control the volume of the whole PA system in itself. So, let's say you have somebody wanting to talk over some music. What you can do is you can come over to here where you have some music playing, you can turn the volume down a little bit, and then you can turn your volume up to where the person may be speaking on that channel. That way, they can speak over the music and you can hear them clearly. Next, I'm going to show you where each cord goes and how to plug it in. First, we'll start with the mic cord. So, I'm going to take my mic cord and I'm going to plug it into my mic spot. Now, you can plug this mic cord into any one of these spots. It's completely up to you. There's just 4 different channels you can do that from. Next, I'm going to take this end and I'm going to plug it into here. Now listen for the click. That's how you know it's secured in there and it's not going to come out. There's on and off. Just turn it on, then you can speak. Now, it's important to note that whenever or whatever channel you put your mic in, you want to make sure that your bass is all the way down. If you have your bass up, you're going to get some echoing. Now, whenever you plug a mic in, it's important to do a mic test. So have somebody there with you to help adjust the volumes of your channels to get the sound that you want. This PA system actually has Bluetooth right here. To pair your Bluetooth, just like you would on any phone, you'd click this in, it would blink blue, and then I would pair my phone, and once it's paired, it would stay blue. If we didn't have this Bluetooth capability, we'd have to use our aux cord. Now, our aux cord go into right here where it says stereo input. I'm going to plug that in, and then I would plug this into my phone, and I would play. Once again, you can adjust the volume, treble, bass, or reverb for that individual line. Now we have our small PA set up. Let's talk about some problems that may arise when setting it up, either be an employee or a client who may have picked this up out the door. When we're looking at the speaker and amplifier, we need to make sure that all the cords are plugged in correctly and seated all the way into the equipment correctly. If they're not plugged in all the way, you'll get a faded sound and it won't sound right. So you want to make sure those cords are plugged all the way in. Next, when you're using individual channels, the volumes on those individual channels need to be turned up a little bit. If those volumes on those individual channels are turned all the way down and you turn your master volume all the way up, you'll still get no sound. So make sure you have those knobs set to the way you want. Also, make sure to check that your mic and line buttons aren't pushed in if you're trying to talk into the mic. That button essentially mutes the mic, so make sure it's not pushed in if you're trying to talk into the mic. Last but not least, I want to talk about feedback. Feedback is when the speaker and the mic get too close to each other. That's where we get that very high-pitched sound, that scream sound that no one likes to hear. To fix that, all you're going to do is you're going to pull your speaker in front of your amplifier, and that'll fix that. There you have it. You are now a master at small PAs.